rifle slung down where my dreams used to lay. Marching through the smoke, can't tell the night from day. Boots sink in the mud, yeah, blood on my sleeve. Enlisted gameplay got me fighting to believe. Facts are shadows twisting, dancing in the flame. Whispers in the trenches, but the ghosts don't know my name. Bullets in the sky, bombs raining down like tears. I play this battle like a song, only broken down. Wah, 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 blow feels in my mind. Can't leave it all behind. Marching through these chains, breaking through the pain. Battlefields in my soul, lost pieces make me whole. Enlisted soldier, fighting for rock and roll. Woke up in a foxhole with the sunrise bleeding red. Guitar in my hand, war drums pounding in my head. Axis at the river, we taking them down slow. Shooting fire from my sixth string, yeah, that's all I know. Ain't no medals for the ones who lose their way. Just a purple haze, memory and a flag that fades away. Osama been bombing with his trigger finger free, riffing off salvation like a rebel symphony. Wow, wow, wow. Ghetto fields in my mind, can't leave it all behind. Marching through these chains, breaking through the pain. Battlefields in my soul, lost pieces make me whole. Enlisted soldier, fighting for rock and roll. Smoking freedom tangled in my hair. Battle cries sound like gospel in the air. Marching on through the neon war, dreaming of peace but begging for more. Battlefields in my mind, can't leave it all behind. Marching through these chains, breaking through the pain. Battlefields in my soul, lost pieces make me whole. Enlisted soldier, fighting for rock and roll.
Yeah, they talk like they fighting for peace, but they only show up when the cameras release. Let's get it. Yo, black hoodie on, bandana tight, but when the fists fly, they vanish from sight. Mob mentality, no spine, no name. Law been through cities, a political game. This ain't smash the system, scream no more cops. Then cry for the law when the pushback pops. Glass bottles tossed with no aim, just hate, but you won't catch them solo past 8. Think they rebels, nah, just pawns in the script. Used by elites to keep the votes grips. Fund a protest with a preset stage. Fake revolution in the Twitter rage. Black mask on, but they lack that aim. Talk revolution, but they playing a game. Yelling in mobs, spraying names on the wall, but without the crowd, they ain't tough at all. Clown show vibes, just rage and shame. No plan, no power, just noise and blame. Marching in circles looking for a fight, but scared of a job and afraid of light. They torture, target, loot in the name, but can't explain policy, it's all just flame. One buzzword deep in a mean for truth. Screaming like scholars, but skip their youth. Post up an e-kid on the neighborhood street while their mom picks them up with a backseat treat. Anti-fascist, bro, look in the mirror. You silence free speech like the thing you fear. Burn book, shout down, cancel and spin. Any view not yours, that's labeled sin. Y'all scream safe space, then throw a brick. It's emotional chaos with no real stick. It encourage you to ride it when you're 30 deep. Then tweet about trauma like you lost sleep. Yo, some folks protest to make things right, but these ones just looking for a stage street fight. Trying to spark change with a Molotov flex, but can't build a life, just cancel Lexus. College dropout, war zone role play, but can't pay rent without SBA. They act tough, but they hide in crowds. Push old folks down and get cheered loud. Every action film for clout and likes. Rebellion for followers, not for rights. No unity, just forced compliance. No progress, just performative defiance. Wave red flags, but they don't read marks. Just slogans and TikToks, theory and parts. Say no borders, but lock their doors. Say love wins while starting wars. They don't debate, they just stalks and stalk and melt when met with real grown talk. Black masks on, but they lack that aim. Talk revolution, but they playing a game. Yelling in mobs, spraying names on the wall, but without the crowd, they ain't tough at all. Clown show vibes, just rage and shame. No plan, no power, just noise and blame. Marching in circles looking for a fight, but scared of a job and afraid of light. It ain't about peace, it ain't about love. It's a front for destruction, dressed as a shove. Anti for loud, but hollow inside. No roots, no mission, just misdirected pride. So keep marching with your spray paint art while the real ones grind and play the part. This ain't hate, it's a mirror held still. Black mask clowns just chasing the thrill.
Yo, they talk about this cat living life with a platinum spoon and no consequences. A national embarrassment moving at the speed of light. Let me break down this degenerate's velocity. Twister! Better be ready for the lyrical, vivid second of critical. Look at the pitiful son in this tricky direction. He be moving from the crack pipe to the camera with questionable company, constantly causing a catastrophe. Look at the fella, he never could be on a level of permanent rebel without a legitimate reason. It's personal treason. He be beginning G for another one needed. He met in the gram and he tricking it off in the week with a feeling of pleasing. He getting rattling, being in the shadow and ready to fill it with lead. Who the only enemies up in his head? He be leading the trail of destruction and digital evidence, medical bills and a legacy better live dead. From the motel to the mansion, the cycle is venomous, generating an average. Nobody wanna be telling us, but the laptop is adamant. Look at the degenerate son, famous for what his daddy has done. Protected and coddled and always on the run. A 50-year-old adolescent who thinks that it's fun. This ain't a victim, it's a parody of one. Now let me get back in the liberal fury and talk of the money, cause ain't it so funny the way that he getting it from another country. He wanna be calling himself a legitimate artist, but we know the truth of the hustle. He never could get in a tussle, no muscle. He flexing the family name for the personal gain. It's a permanent stain on the legacy. What will it ever be? Taking his 10 for the big guy. Now can I be any more clearer? The picture is getting so vivid, I see it right in the mirror. A political liability, what is ability? Just to be making a mockery of any facility given to him for tranquility. He had a position of privilege and power and chose to be cowardly, scouring the city for powder and devouring it by the hour. He's pitiful. Look at the degenerate son, famous for what his daddy has done. Protected and coddled and always on the run. A 50-year-old adolescent who thinks that is fun. This ain't a victim, it's a parody of one. You wanna be talking about your struggle, you wanna be talking about your pain. While you flying on a private jet and making it rain. On another cheap thrill to be killing your brain. It's a comical, cyclical, pitiful game. Where's the laptop? 10%. For who? This man a real job. Gone. Degenerate velocity. Yeah. Where's the laptop? 10%. For who? Get this man a real job. Gone.
Hypnotic, exotic flute. Melody from an old Herrick record begins to loop. A sparse, bouncy beat with a deep kick drops and a voice with a southern drawl speaks.
Yes, sir. For all my players, man. Worldwide. We ain't count money no more, we counting countries. H-Town to BK. You know the drill.
Passport pages, we fill them up, different stages. We run it up, we live in major. Pour a cup for all you haters. Y'all done messed up.
Yeah, Jovito still in that mode. Switch the area code, still living by the code. Used to rock the throwback, now I rock the whole board of a tech company. Still rocking Lash's wardrobe. Landed in Dubai, it was just for the brunch. Crypto wallet heavy, I ain't talking about a hunch. Made a deal in Tokyo over sake and some lunch. Then I hit the Riviera, what a lovely little bunch of problems to have. You mad, I gotta laugh. My life is your paragraph, your life's a rough draft. Hove doing mathematics, you stuck on the wrong path. The world is my play playground, you stuck in the aftermath. Holla.
Passport pages, we fill them up, different stages, we run it up, we live in major, pour a cup for all you haters. Y'all done messed up.
Well, it's the Trill OG, gripping wood on the dash in a foreign-ass whip that I bought with straight cash. A favorite rapper's favorite rapper, I'm a thing of the past. In the present and the future, my legacy's built to last. From the streets of Port Arthur to a villa out in France, I ain't never sold my soul, I just gave my life a chance. You see the diamonds in the chain, you see the crease in the pants, but you don't see the damn hustle, you just see the circumstance. So go on with that talking, cause we out here really walking on marble floors that your whole net worth is just a portion of. It's awkward when you see us in the flesh and get to gawking, cause a king from the south and a king from New York is what they call it.
Passport pages, we fill them up, different stages, we run it up, we live in major, pour a cup for all you haters.
Yeah.
Y'all done messed up.
The game is rigged, but I'm the one who pulls the strings, the one who gets the calls when the stock market sings. From Marcy projects to owning all sorts of things, and I ain't gotta wear a crown when they know that we are kings. That makes me check the stocks and the shares. Unapologetic, yeah, beyond all your repairs. My whole life is a flex, I am beyond all your stares. So let the beat ride out, let the flute just play. From the Hudson River to the Galveston Bay, it's young and deaf boy, what more can I say? We ain't pimping, we just living this way every day. Smoking out, pouring up. Every day, all day. H-Town, BK, worldwide, baby.
Yo, they said he couldn't do it. Said he bailed. Was Big Don walked in like a boss on day one, let's talk about it. First 100 days, man, he came in swinging. Pen to paper like a mixtape blinging. Oval office with a gold-plated vibe, told DC suits, get ready for the ride. Cut reg stacks like he trimming the fat. Sipping Diet Coke while he crushes the stat. No slow roll, he executive fast. Pulled out a TPP like, nah, I'll pass. Talking grab the wheel, he ain't talking Uber. Told NATO pay up like a debt collector troop.
We do a little trolling, it's called we do a little
Had
trolling.
lips so mad, even Wi-Fi slowing. 100 days, zero chill. Orange man snapping with $1 billion will. Red tie swinging, boardroom grin. Built like a mogul, but he played to win. No sleep, no breaks, no script reads. He tweeting world news like a live feed. So love him or hate him, admit that thrill. Cause Trump's first 100 straight alpha skill. Sworn in, took heat like a Teflon Don. Had CNN twitching before dawn. Signed orders like he signing deals. Drain the swamp while serving up meals. Gorsuch locked in, border talk tight. Kept ice colder than a Klondike bite. Media spin, he hit with the curve. Called fake with that shit. Nerve. Jobs came back like boomerang steel. Marcus lit up like a Fortnite kill. He played golf and still run the zone. Running circles round dudes who just read from a phone. 100 days, zero chill. Orange man snapping with $1 billion will. Red tie swinging, boardroom grin. Built like a mogul, but he played to win. No sleep, no breaks, no script reads. He tweeting world news like a live feed. So love him or hate him, admit that thrill. Cause Trump's first 100 straight alpha skill. He pressed that button like it's just a game. Little rocket man forgot his own name. Handshakes firm, game face tighter. Hair stays strong through every news fighter. From Mar-a-Lago to Air Force Flare. He branded the globe like he styled his hair. Not your regular suit, he the boss man breed. Giving red meat while the blue side pleads. They said celebrity, he said CEO. Turned the White House into a live TV show. Shuffled the deck, flipped the whole scene like a prince, but with state routine. Slick with the shade, smart with the smoke. Cracked the DC code like a vault he broke. Left and right, both ducking the flame. But 100 days in, he redefined the game. 100 days, zero chill. Orange man snapping with $1 billion will. Red tie swinging, boardroom grin. Built like a mogul, but he played to win. Talk big, act bold, do it live. Broke all the rules just to survive. You ain't gotta like him, but feel that thrill. Trump's first 100, all gas, no steel.
Every day I'm printing, every day I'm printing, every day I'm cold running, every day I'm soldering. Ain't nothing here pre-done, man.
Started with a board and a half-wide dream. Now my RC's clean like a laser beam. I don't chase clout, I build machines. Filament stacked like money streams. Sheds smell like motors and gasoline. Blueprint goes on an LCD screen. They talk fast, I code slow. Line by line, I made it grow.
Every day I'm printing, every day I'm cold running, every day I'm hustling. From the lab to the function.
Arduino mind with a CEO soul. RC tank that can take control. No handouts, I press that shift. Grit gear and a power lift.
Every day I'm printing, every day I'm printing, every day I'm cold running, every day I'm hustling. From the lab to the function.
Arduino mind with a CEO soul. RC tank that can take control. No handouts, I press that shift. Grit gear and a power lift. Arduino mind with a CEO soul. RC tank that can take control. No handouts, I press that shift. Grit gear and a power lift.
Every day I'm printing, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm cold running, every day I'm hustling.
From the lab to the function.
The Associated Press. This is election night 2025. Live from Washington, here is Megan Tenard.
It's election night.
Every day I'm printing, every day.
Yeah. Let's go. Essential to style. Bass drops. The crisp, energetic drum pattern of a West Coast mustard style beat kicks in over the top, creating a unique high energy trap blend. Sound of a crowd roaring and distorted ad-libs in the background. They thought it was over. Check. They ain't built like us. Let's go. They threw the book at him. They threw the hay. They drew the maps, tried to seal his fate. But the rally's packed from the sun to shade. A different type of energy, a promise made. News talking crazy, see the panic in their eyes. He walking on the stage, feeding off the vibes. They selling stories, man, they selling all the lies. But the people know the truth, they can see the rise. They built their towers, we built a movement. They follow models, we wrote a new print.
screen, yeah. We walk that walk, make a whole new scene, yeah. They not like us, they not like us. Red hat back, the whole world light up. They not like us, they not like us. DC Mag gon' bite the dust. They say came, we say did it. They build a wall, we gon' spin it. They talking swamp, we say drain it. They wrote them off, he came and claimed it. Flew in on a jet, billionaire maverick. Hated by the insiders, loved by the average. Man of the people, they can't understand it. How he break the rules and he still landed. Economy roaring like a brand new vet. He making deals that they ain't made yet. This ain't a politician, it's a living bet. Only American spirit, they can't pay the debt. They had their playbook, we flipped the chapter. They moving cautious, we moving faster. They whisper theories in a closed room. We make the headlines with a sonic boom, yeah. They not like us, they not like us. Red hat back, the whole world light up. They not like us, they not like us. DC Mag gon' bite the dust. They say came, we say did it. They build a wall, we gon' spin it. They talking stomp, we say drain it. They wrote him off, he came and claimed it. From the heartland fields to the city blocks, they hear this anthem bumping out the box. For every workout, every forgotten voice. This ain't a moment, this a conscious choice. 4 more years, now the work begins. They threw it all at him and he still wins. OVER, they hate that man, but he's right back in office with a master plan. They not like us. Yeah. They not like us. He came and claimed it. Red hat back. They are not like us. Beat phase with the hypnotic synth loop and a final booming 808 note. Yo, you ever turn on the news and feel like you entered a circus? Let's talk about it. Clickbait culture, narrative vultures. Let's go.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little
Breaking
Trolling.
news, not breaking minds. Every headline got a slanted design. CNN and Fox all selling the fear. Just change the flavor, but the
We do a
script
little
still
trolling.
clear.
It's called We Do a Little
Hero,
Trolling.
Other side devil, both got facts buried under the shovel. No context, just clips out of frame. Then wonder why the whole world go insane.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Truth on mute while the algorithm flies. Got pundits yelling like pro wrestling fights, but won't show footage when it don't go right. Fake news blues, stuck in the stream, selling us dreams with a doctored meme. Click, share, raise and scroll, all for control, that's the end goal. Fake news blues, truth on trial, every channel got a corporate file. Trust no feed, read between the cues. Wake up now, it's the fake news blues. Facts chopped up, narratives framed, same story told with a different name. They'll gaslight truth till the truth sound fake, then shame you online if you pump the brakes. They push division, tension, flame, then act shocked when the country's in pain. No middle ground, just choose your side and feed the beast till the facts all hide. Talking misinfo, but they spin like pros, keeping us fighting while the money flows. Truth gets lost when the views pay more and the ratings spike with a civil war. Yo, where the journalists at? Now it's influencers in suits with a camera pack. No investigations, no real proof. Just a race to the bottom with a trending spoof. It's vibes over facts, hype over logic, honest debate, nah, they made it toxic. Headlines lie, but the damage is done. Truth don't trend, but the lies still run. Fake news blues, stuck in the stream, selling us dreams with a doctored meme. Click, share, raise then scroll, all for control, that's the end goal. Fake news blues, truth on trial, every channel got a corporate file. Trust no feed, read between the cues. Wake up now, it's the fake news blues. So turn off the noise, do your own check. Question the quotes and demand respect. Cause once the truth gone, what's left to defend? A world built on headlines that twist in the wind. We need facts, not filters, not pay to play. Not a circus show dressed as the fourth estate. So think before you hit that share, cause fake news spreads like it's in the air. They want control, but we got the choice. Every free mind still got a voice. So stay sharp, question what's true, and don't let them box your worldview. Fake news blues, break the chain. Don't let lies hijack your brain. Scroll with soul, read with pride. Truth ain't dead, it's just been denied.
Don't bring me none of that new stuff I don't understand. With a synthesized beat made for some TikTok dance. I don't need 1,000 layers or a voice that's auto-tuned. I just wanna feel the music like I did in my old room. Yeah, I was just a kid back then, trying to figure it all out. But I knew just what was real when I heard that singer shout. Give me that old time 90s sound. The kind of music that's still around. I love the feedback and the flannel that they wore. That old time 90s sound, it makes me want some more. Want some more. I'll never forget the day I first heard that guitar scream. It was loud and it was angry, a misunderstood teen's dream. It wasn't clean or pretty, it was covered in some grime. But it spoke to me so clearly, it cut right through the time. You can have your perfect pop stars with their choreographed design. I'll take a faded concert tee and a sound that's truly mine. Give me that old time 90s sound. The kind of music that's still around. I love the feedback and the flannel that they wore. That old time 90s sound, it makes me want some more. Want some more. Call me a relic, call me out of date. Say I'm living in the past, but I think it's great. 'Cause that music had a feeling, a real heart and a soul. It's more than just a memory, it's good old rock and roll. Give me that old time 90s sound.
Correspondent Philip Crowther, who is live tonight at the election night headquarters for Mamdani. Philip, it's great to have you with us. You can start by just giving us a lay of what you're seeing.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
I found peace in sparks and smoke, wrote my name in filament and hope. While the world kept turning blind, I printed motion line by line. You can't see what I create, but in the hum I find escape. Beneath the code, I come alive, a whisper in the wires that learns to drive. Plastic bones and copper skin, built by hand, born within. They laughed, said it's just a toy, but I gave it soul, not just some joy. This ain't for show, it's how I speak. Through wheels and code, I found my peace. Every fault line, every spark lights the path when it gets dark. Beneath the code, I found my name. In every glitch, I own the flame. Don't need your roads, I ride my truth. In bits and bots, I found my youth. Beneath the code, I found my name. In every glitch, I own the flame. Don't need your roads, I ride my truth. In bits and bots, I found my youth.
What? RC go. What? 3D show. What? Arduino. Yeah. Let's go. I don't play games, I code them, fool. Tank roll out like a power tool. Servo twist and the crowd go dumb. Printed this beast with my bare thumb. RC stomp when I hit that gas. Backyard track with a Bluetooth blast. 3D spit like a dragon breathing. You buy bots, I build demons. Do you feel that? Yeah. Do you feel that? Yeah. That's a bot with a vengeance. RC go, but explode, go unload.
Sunrise creeping through the blinds of this hotel room. A half-dead bottle of champagne cast a hazy gloom. Gotta leave you now, darling, though I don't recall your name. Just another town, another stop in this forgotten game. I see my own reflection in the cracked TV screen. He looks a little lost, if you know what I mean. And the critics keep on screaming from their ivory towers high, but they don't see the lonely freedom in my sky. My daddy is a great man. trolling is what we do a little trolling.
Keep on preaching on the television screen, but they ain't never walked a single
Trolling is what we do a little trolling.
in my jeans. 'Cause I'm just a rich man's son, trying to get my fill with a pocket full of Parmesan and a no-show job to kill. And this blood you cannot change. Oh Lord, I know this bird will never ever change. Lord, I just can't change. Maybe I'm a cautionary tale for all you folks to see. Or maybe I'm the only one who's truly wild and free. Yeah, maybe I'm the fool for thinking I could fly. Or maybe the fool is you for never even trying to try.
Yeah, they say it's for the people. But follow the money. Follow the deals. Let's talk about it.
Blue ties, fake crowds, promises sold, token hope and change while they're raking in gold. Say they fighting for the folks in the street, but it's steakhouse dinners and elite retreats. Yo, inside of trades where the nation's broke, stock tips flying before the bills even spoke. They smile on cam with the tears or rehearse, but behind closed doors it's the people they curse. Big tech checks, backroom calls, pay to play games behind Capitol walls. Claim they care about the climate and race, but they donor list looking like a corporate base. It's all donkey business, smoke and spin. They lose on purpose just to rake it in. Two wings, same bird, playing the crowd while America's voice getting lost in the sound. They preach and woke, but their hands ain't clean. Policies bought by the Wall Street machine is blue team hustle, red team bluff. Same dirty game, we done had enough. They say trust the signs, then censor the rest. Flip-flop scripts got the nation oppressed. Mask on, mask off, rules for thee. While they dine in Napa, mask free as could be. They shout,
We do a little
equity,
trolling,
building
it's
no
called we
bridge,
do a
just
little
ice cold
trolling.
hearts and a fridge full of privilege. Cities on fire, inflation high, but they out taking selfies and riding high. Bail out banks, need the vets on the street, preaching healthcare while they dodge every meat.
We do a
They
little
banned
trolling,
all
it's
before
called
you
we do
stretch,
a
then
little
ghost like a
trolling.
scammer with a stimulus check. It's all donkey business, smoke and spin. They lose on purpose just to rake it in. Two wings, same bird, playing the crowd while America's voice getting lost in the sound. They
do a
preach
little
and woke, but their
trolling,
hands
it's
ain't
called we
clean.
do a little
Policies
trolling.
bought by the Wall Street machine is blue team hustle, red team bluff. Same dirty game, we done had enough. Name drop MLK, but ignore his plan, cause unity's dead when the script hits the fan. They print fake heroes on campaign tees, then stab the heart of the working class dreams. Big pharma deals, Ukraine cash flow. Billions fly while the water don't flow. Hunter's laptop, media mute, but I mean from grandma, that's a federal pursuit. They cancel dissent, call it hate or a crown while the puppet strings dance in a party line rhyme. Republicans ain't saints, let's get that clear. But the dem sell dreams with a snake oil smear. So here's the truth that they won't admit. It's not left versus right, it's the power they grip. We the people, nah, we the mark. In a rigged chessboard where they own the dark. Donkey business, fake saves and suits. Preaching change but protecting the loot. Pull the mask, see the lie, hear the song. This ain't democracy, it's just a con. The little donkey business.
Standing on the outside of your hurricane, I watch you celebrate the beauty of the pain. A willing martyr to a cause I'll never know. You tend your secret garden where nothing good can grow. I bring you water and offer you my hand to pull you from the wreckage, to help you understand. But you just smile at me, a stranger in your home. You'd rather fight your demons all alone. And fire's creeping, but it makes no sound. I am digging, pulling pieces from the ground. I am bleeding out a color you can't see. It's lost on you. 'Cause you just look right through me. You just look right through me. Am I even here at all? Did you see me fall? You just look right through me. You don't see me at all.
something for the world to see. Curate your collection of beautiful misery. Another carefully crafted tear for your adoring flock. Winding up your tragedy, your broken music box. So complicated. But it's not a tragedy, it's a performance. You're not a martyr, you're just a narcissist in love with your own torment. So take a bow for the pain you fake, for every heart you manipulate. You anoint yourself the chosen one, the broken, the profound. Then you lead your faithful lemmings as they gather all around to listen to the gospel of your manufactured pain, while you wash away your conscience in the artificial rain. So complicated. But it's not a tragedy, it's a performance. You're not a martyr, you're just a narcissist in love with your own torment. So take a bow for the pain you fake, for every heart you manipulate. Disconnected from the cause and effect. You beautiful disaster, you glorious train wreck. So desperate to be seen, to be anything at all. You'd rather be the villain than to never stand up.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Cast your demons out for all of us to see.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Broken finger back at me. It's not a tragedy, it's a performance. You're not a martyr, you're just a narcissist in love with your own torment. So take a bow for the pain you fake, for every heart you manipulate.
Yo, you're talking about this cat living life with a platinum spoon and no consequence. A national embarrassment moving at the speed of light. Let me break down this degenerate's velocity. Twister! Better be ready for the lyrical vivisection, a critical look at the pitiful sun in his crooked direction. He be moving for the crack pipe to the camera with questionable company, constantly causing a catastrophe. Look at the fella, he never could be on the level of permanent rebel without a legitimate reason. It's personal treason, he be getting a G for another Bonita he met on the gram, and he tricking it off in a week for the feeling. I'm geeked up and paranoid, seeing the shadow, I'm ready to fill it with lead, but the only enemy's up in his head. He be leaving a trail of destruction and it did evidence. Medical bills and a legacy better left dead. From the motel to the mansion, the cycle is venomous, generating a narrative about to be telling us, but a left top is enemies. Stories of boring son, yeah. Famous for what his daddy has done. Come on. Protected and coddled and always on the run. A 50-year-old adolescent who thinks that it's fun. This ain't a victim, it's a parody of one. Now let me get back in the lyrical fury and talking the money, cause ain't it so funny the way that he getting it from another country. He wanna be calling himself a legitimate artist, but we know the truth of the hustle. He never could get in the tussle, no muscle. He flexing the family name for the personal gain. It's a permanent stain on the legacy. What will it ever be? Taking his 10 for the big guy. Now can I be any more clearer? The picture is getting so vivid, I see it right in the mirror. A political liability, what is this ability? Just to be making a mockery of any facility given to him for tranquility. Had a position of privilege and power and chose to be cowardly, scouring the city for powder and devout by the hour. He's pitiful. Oh! Look at the degenerate son. Yeah! Famous for what his daddy has done. Protected and coddled and always on the run. A 50-year-old adolescent who thinks that it's fun. This ain't a victim, it's a parody of one. You wanna be talking about your struggle. You wanna be talking about your pain. While you flying on a private jet and making it rain. On another cheap thrill to be killing your brain. It's a comical, cyclical, pitiful game. generate velocity. Where's the laptop? 10%. Woohoo! Rock and laugh. Get this man a real job. Gone. Generate velocity. Again.
You got a hold on me, a hold on me. You got a hold on me, a hold on me. A subtle snare.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Speed, a synth riser with a filter sweep effect builds tension.
All elements cut out for a split second, then the full beat and the
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little
This
Trolling.
section is purely instrumental, driven by the hypnotic groove of the bass and the 4 on the floor beat.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Get your motor running, head out on the I-5. Leaving all the city noise behind to feel alive. Yeah, the sun is breaking over the Cascades' mighty peaks. Gonna chase that line of freedom for days and for weeks. Like a modern day explorer on a high made of steel. We're gonna find a piece of heaven, yeah, something true and real. Yeah, God bless this open road, let the diesel smoke fly. Underneath the big and beautiful American sky. We're going on an adventure, a sight to be seen. Yeah, we're powered by a patriot, freedom loving engine. We love our fellow man and we love our native soil. We're born from generations of hard work and honest toil. We can roll through dusty farmlands. We can roll through forest green. The greatest damn country that the world has ever seen.
Hi, I'm Carlin Burisenko. In early 2020, I was a knitting Democrat who accidentally went viral on the internet for going to a Trump rally.
American thunder as our one and only guy. Yeah, God bless this open road, let the diesel smoke fly. Underneath the big and beautiful American sky. We're going on an adventure, a sight to be seen. Yeah, we're powered by a patriot, rings out with feedback.
Yeah, Big Mike, big text, Twitch chat, wildin', but we see through it, bro. Let's talk. Yo, sign got the setup. 3 cams, 4 screens, yelling at the news like he's spilling routines. Marks on the shelf, Gucci on his feet. Preaching revolution from $1 million seat. Yeah, hot tub leftist, LA preach mode. Talking class war from a 6-figure zip code. Sipping almond milk, flexing eat the rich while wearing Dior. Man, ain't that a glitch? He's streaming all day just to dunk on fools. Reads Twitter threads like it's breaking news. He mad, he loud, but he still ain't right. Just a Twitch bro, trying to be polite. Fight night, yeah, you say you based, you say you woke, but your rage react more than you vote. Spitting fire from a 3K chair. Talk socialism with salon care hair. Capitalism bad with a check mark blue, but somehow the sub count pays the view. Got banned for wild clips that manifesto slip, then back with a smile and a brand new quip. Talking foreign policy like a war zone vet, but duck the base, just a Reddit threat. Wearing tight tees, trying to flex that frame, but bro, real strength ain't the online fame. He's streaming all day just to dunk on fools. Reads Twitter threads like it's breaking news. He mad, he loud, but he still ain't right. Just a Twitch bro, trying to be polite. Fight night, yeah, you say you based, you say you woke, but your rage react more than you vote. Spitting fire from a 3K chair. Talk socialism with salon care hair. From Tauti to Twitch with the same old flair. Big desk energy, lots of hot air. Saying bruh like punctuation marks while chatting about war from luxury parks. Can't deny the cloud, he got fans in bulk, but half just slurred to see him sulk. Built a house of content, bricks of coke, living rent free in the comment scope. So here's to the king of the hot take lane, raining on stream just to grow that game. We see the play, it's cloud not pain, just a time online trying to entertain. Yeah.
You can pack your pretty promises in a suitcase full of lies. I see the cold reflection of a stranger.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
You say you need a new start. You say you need a change. But all you do is rearrange the pieces of the pain. Loving you was easy, but living with the doubt is a fire that I finally decided to put out. You can say that it's over. Say I'm not the one you need, not the one you need. But everything you're running from is everything you'll be. Everything you'll be. Oh, you can tear it down. You can tear it all apart. But you can't fix a fault that's in your heart. I remember late night conversations whispered on the phone. You swore we'd build a future, a world to call our own. But every brick you laid was just another little lie to build a house of cards up to a lonely sky. I could stay and fight forever. I could beg you to be true, but there's nothing left inside me that still belongs to you. You can say
We
that
do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
say I'm not the one you need, not the one you need. But everything you're running from is everything you'll be. Everything pure unbridled emotion playing out over the relentless rhythm. You can say that it's over. Say it's over. Say I'm not the one you need. Not the one, not the one. But everything you're running from is everything you'll be. Everything you'll be. Go on and tear it down. Go on and tear it all apart. But you can't fix a fault that's in your heart.
A simple catchy synth pluck melody begins. Yo boy on the beat, ho, tag plays. Kryptonite, ice. Yeah. Quit. Kryptonite on my neck, make 'em weak, make 'em weak. Got 100 new racks every week. Racks. Yeah, my diamond so green, it's a freak, it's a freak. This that kryptonite drip, yeah, it's peak. Look at the watch, it's a new dimension. All of this ice, it'll change your complexion. I'm in a jet, I ain't need a connection. Mama told me I was born of perfection. We in the kitchen, we whipping a potion. My neck is an ocean, it's causing commotion. Put the whole gang in the bins, that's devotion. We moving in slow motion off the post. Kryptonite on my neck, make 'em weak, make 'em weak. Got 100 new racks every week. Yeah, my diamond so green, it's a freak, it's a freak. This that kryptonite drip, yeah, it's peak. Off this. They get weak in the knees when they see the pad tick. I'm a dog, I'm a vet, put a bag on your head. I got shooters on call, they gon' do what I said. I got racks in the wall, sleeping good in my bed. I'm in the Lambo, it's painted cilantro. My life is a movie directed like Tarantino. I make a meal in my sleep in the condo. Your girl in my section, she popping a bottle. This ain't no regular ice, it's a blizzard. I make the money appear like a wizard. My pockets are fatter, they look like they blow fat. The game is unfair, cause I already cooked it. On my neck, make 'em weak, make 'em weak. Got 100 new racks every week. Yeah, my diamond so green, it's a freak, it's a freak. This that kryptonite drip, yeah, it's peak. Drip, kryptonite. So weak. Yeah, we deep.
From hillbilly elegy to the Senate floor, Ohio stand up, Vance kicking in the door. Let's go!
JD Vance with the blue suit flow. Talk slow, but he land that blow. Hillbilly roots, but he think like a hawk. Got a mind like steel in a small town walk. Came from the bottom, now the mic stay hot. From Rust Belt grit to a capital spot. Books to the ballot, he flipped that script. Now we got lips clutching pearls and lips. Don't talk fake, don't do elite. Got mud on his boots and fire in the seat. Ohio proud with that front porch line, but he played DC like a mastermind. Vance low baby, full send wave. Rust Belt king from the trailer to the stage. Talk real stuff, don't play pretend. Say what he mean, don't need to bend. From Middletown grind to the national zone, he built his name with no silver throne. It's JD time, lock in the code. We running this game in that Vance mode. Yo, JD ain't bought, ain't Wall Street made. He came up tough where the lights would fade. Got the Rhine-Core fire, yo, trained to mind. But he talked like a neighbor you find on the line. Takes no BS, no donor leash. Talk Constitution, not coastal speech. He ain't blue, check, but he verified true. With a voice that cuts like a John Deere through. They say populist, nah, he people first. With policy deep in a hunger to burst. Bring smoke to the swamp with a soldier's calm. One hand on the mic, other holding the farm. Got the Fed watching, got the press confused. But the folks back home say JD's the news, not DC class, that pundit pie. He the steel-toe boot in a silk suit tie. He push back hard when the spin gets thick. Don't do sound bites, just hits that stick. From fentanyl fights to the factory cries. He walk with the pain of the Twitter lies. Vance low baby, full send wave. Rust Belt king from the trailer to the stage. Talk real stuff, don't play pretend. Say what he mean, don't need to bend. From Middletown grind to the national zone. He built his name with no silver throne. It's JD time, lock in the code. We running this game in that Vance mode.
front porch facts, he ain't chasing fame, he just spitting the track. Said bring back jobs, not empty praise. While the rest of them flinch, he blaze new ways. Hillbilly proud, but the mind refined. He built from scratch and defined the grind. No suit, scripts, no polished spin. Just a war on lies with a red state grin. He's seen pain, seen bills, seen loss, but he flipped that story, now he's the boss. So raise up a glass for the self-made man with a pen in his hand and a heartland plan. It's fast mode, baby, no fake tone. He speak like home and he stand alone. Bootstraps laced to the mission bowl. From Ohio dirt to that sand and gold. He ain't changing lanes, he just paved new roads. We all shifting gears in that advanced mode. Midwest strong, red state cold. Say it loud, we in advanced mode.
Sunrise creeping through the blind of this hotel room. A half-dead bottle of champagne cast a hazy gloom. Gotta leave you now.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Your name. Just another town, another stop in this forgotten game.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little
See my
Trolling.
own reflection in the cracked TV screen. He looks a little lost.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little
If you
Trolling.
know what I mean. And the critics keep on
We do a little
screaming
trolling. It's called We Do a Little
from their
Trolling.
ivory towers high, but they don't see the lonely freedom in my crackhead high. My daddy is a great man. He talks of saving souls, but I'm just chasing after dragons down these rabbit holes. They say I had it all, a fortune and a sacred trust, but it all just turns to powder. It all just turns to dust. I met some fellas overseas, speaking foreign tongues, talking about the future for the old and for the youngs. They just needed my last name and a little bit of grace to open up some doors all over this damn place. 'Cause I'm just a rich man's son, trying to get my fill, with a pocket full of crack rocks and a no-show job to kill. And this bird you cannot change. Oh Lord, I know this bird will never, ever change. Lord, I just can't change. I picked up a paintbrush, tried to make them understand, spilling out my feelings with a canvas in my hand. They paid a pretty penny just to own a piece of me, to hang my famous sorrow in a high-class gallery. But it's just another hustle, just another clever lie to keep the beast folks to see. Or maybe I'm the only one who's truly wild and free. Yeah, maybe I'm the fool for thinking I could fly. Or maybe the fool is you for never even trying to try.
Yo, somebody passed the aux. What even was that? Felt like I was listening to a eulogy for a rock. Y'all moving in slow motion, let's speed it up. Twister, better be ready for the lyrical demolition I deliver, making a mockery of the ridiculous melody you be considering a pivotal moment of pitiful poetry, pathetic piano playing better. You better be jettisoning. What is this, a ballad? You gotta be kidding me, talking about a letter full of blues. I'm listening cynically, moving slower than a glacier. I'm coming to lyrically taser the phony. You never could be on the level of me. I'm the one and the only, the flow is so minimal, criminal, subliminal messages, making a mockery. You the original, I'm a verbal assassin. You're a historical artifact, a fossil, a dinosaur. I'm breaking the back of it, matter of fact, the melody, dramatically making me wanna be running it back to the academy. Show you the strategy. Y'all on that slow ride, I'm on a different speed. I'm on that supersonic, you're a sentimental creep. That sorrowful song is a joke to me. You can never get as technical or lyrical or dope as me. Then you wanna get into the second half of the track, and I'm laughing and wondering what is the meaning of all of the guitar attacking the 7-minute solo. Man, it's 73. I could be writing a trilogy in the time that you feeling it with the G string. You feeling me a self-indulgent catastrophe. Nobody wanna be hearing the wanna be Skinner. I'm serving a lyrical dinner, and you are the appetizer. The citizen of syllables, I can the verbalizer, the atomizer. You are a lyrical drama. There's a tight notice, so out of control with the well and the flailing. I'm selling right pressure. I'm belling in my passion. I'm belling on this disaster. It's a festival of mediocrity. Gotta be stopping this oddity. Probably the wackest I've heard, and I say it with honesty. Y'all on that slow ride, I'm on a different speed. I'm on that supersonic, you're a sentimental creep. Come on, that sorrowful song is a joke to me. You can never get as technical or lyrical or dope as me.
You try to make a soap opera a symphony. It ain't that deep, it's just some goofy little joke to me. A punchline with a power chord, a ballad for the board. I'm cutting the cord. Get this whackness off my vocal cords, yeah! Slow-mo slander. Too slow for me, way too slow. I'm on another level. I got a little printer sitting by my side. She hums a tune while the time rolls by. A wire here, a board over there. Some call it junk, but I don't care. Oh, a little spark and a little code built a tiny tank that hit the road. Don't need much, just heart and hands, a maker's dream and some rubber bands. Arduino talking, blinking real slow, saying, where you wanna go, boss, just let me know. Plastic bones with a soul inside. It's not just parts, it's a handmade ride. Well, they laugh and say it's just a toy, but I built this world and it brings me joy. Arduino talking, blinking real slow, saying, where you wanna go, boss, just let me know. Plastic bones with a soul inside. It's not just parts, it's a handmade ride. They laugh and say it's just a toy.
The city's buzzing, a low and angry sound. Another headline hits and shakes the very ground. The screens are glowing with a pale and sickly light. Yeah, a storm is gathering just beyond our sight. I see my neighbor, but I don't recognize his face. There's a fever taking over the soul of my face. Oh, the static's calling, it's just a click away. We're lost and we're falling. Yeah, you can hear me pray. A prayer for some shelter, a prayer from the noise. Oh, the static's calling, child. Gonna drown out every voice. The wind is whipping down the empty avenue, full of broken promises and words that weren't true. The power's flickering, the tension's about to break. How much more?
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Yeah, fire's coming, baby. Feel it in the air. A billion angry voices click away, gonna blow us all away. The static's calling, yeah. It's just a click, 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 click away. It's gonna drive me insane. I need some shelter, shelter from the noise, shelter, oh, shelter. Gonna drown out all the boys and girls.
Everyone's contributions are appreciated and will be recognized. At approximately 5:14 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, UPS Flight 2976 from Louisville, Kentucky to Honolulu, Hawaii, an MD-11 with 3 crew members on board, was involved in a catastrophic crash here in Louisville adjacent to our airport. UPS will be releasing more facts as available. The National Transportation Safety Board will be in charge of the investigation and will be on the scene shortly. They will be the primary source of the investigation as it continues in the days and in the weeks ahead. I can confirm that there was no specifically hazardous cargo on board of the plane that would create an environmental issue for those around the site, but the impact and where it impacted could create those types of situations. So please, if there is a shelter in place, follow it. Other agencies involved that are at the scene or available: the Kentucky National Guard, Kentucky Office of Homeland Security, the Louisville Fire Department, the Lexington Fire Department, the Bardstown Fire Department, the Shepherdsville Fire Department, Louisville Emergency Management, the Fern Creek Fire Department, Pleasure Ridge Park Fire Department, Fairdale Fire Department, Anchorage Middletown Fire Department, Jeffersontown Fire Department, Airport Police Department, Louisville Metro Police, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, St. Matthews Police Department, Shively Police Department, KSP, Louisville Metro EMS, MSD, Louisville Gas and Electric, Kentucky Emergency Management. Again, we have virtually every single fire, police, and emergency response group that is responding right now to what you're seeing.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
We've got some initial numbers, but let me tell you, I expect them to grow. Right now, we believe we have at least 3 fatalities.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
It's going to get larger. We have at least 11 injuries, some of them very significant, that are being treated by local hospitals. Again, I think that number will get larger. There is a victim family reunification center being set up at the Louisville Metro Police Training Academy. That is 2911 Taylor Boulevard. Victim services personnel will be on site and on location for anyone who needs information. The United Way is also offering shelter to anybody that's been impacted. You can call them at 502-376-6617. Updates on the operation of the Louisville International Airport will be shared after we're completed here around 8:15 via press conference with Louisville Emergency Management. Right now, we believe that the main area hit consisted of 2 businesses, though we know there were more businesses impacted. The first is Kentucky Petroleum Recycling. We are seeking more information, but it looks like they were hit pretty directly. The second is Grade A Auto Parts. Grade A has been in contact. They've accounted for all of their employees but 2, but they do not know how many other individuals, customers, or others could have been on site at the time. Because of the nature of these facilities, it may be some time before we can account for everyone or know that no one else was on the grounds. They're going to provide us with descriptions of the 2 missing employees soon. Again, there's no direct information about non-employees who were there at the time. The radius for the shelter in place has been adjusted. It is now anything north of the airport to the Ohio River. That includes, without limitation, South Louisville, Old Louisville, and downtown. LG&E had some equipment that has been damaged, but they're reporting no major outages at the time. They may, for safety purposes, have to have some outages. Please understand that if that's done, that's to protect you and the people working on it. I've been in direct contact with the CEO of Ford Motor Company. I can tell you that the Ford plant there was not hit, though it has lost power or did lose power for a period of time, but with the number of employees working there, that's a blessing. I've also been in touch with the head of security for the convention center, and everyone is sheltering in place that is there. They have stopped people coming in for the upcoming events for people's safety, and I know they'll be sending out additional information. Anybody who has seen the images in the video know how violent this crash is. And there are a lot of families that are going to be waiting and wondering for a period of time. We're going to try to get them that information as fast as we can, but if this is a family you know, please give them your support. Please give them your prayers. Please give them your love and be with them, because the toughest moments, and I can say it from personal experience, are when you're wondering whether that person that you know and you care about has survived something like this. We do not, at the moment, have the status of the crew. Watching that video, I think we're all very, very worried about them. I'm going to turn it over now to Julie Carr with the mayor's office. Let me say I've talked to the mayor 6 times since this has happened. He was out of town, which was completely scheduled. He is moving heaven and earth to be back, and he will be back. And from somebody who's been out of town when some of these things happen, let me tell you, he is completely and fully on top of it, in communication, and his crew behind me is responding as well as I've seen any group do. And trust me, I've sadly seen a lot of disasters, whether like this or through weather. So I'll turn it over to Julie Carr.
I'm Deputy Mayor Julie Carr. First and foremost, Mayor Greenberg has been in constant contact with those on the ground, emergency operations, Governor Beshear, and our federal partners. And he would like me to express that he and Rachel have the victims of today's crash in their hearts and prayers. He is asking the entire city of Louisville to join them in praying for the victims, their families, and our first responders, who bravely rushed to the scene to save people and are still actively working to put the fire out. Our hearts are with those affected by this tragic incident. The mayor's office is working closely with first responders, federal authorities, and emergency management teams to respond and secure the area. The mayor is traveling and is expected to be back in Louisville before 9 p.m. He will be here to update our city as more information becomes available. I'm now going to ask Jody Meineman, Executive Director of Emergency Services, to give more of an update.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to hear from Jody in a second. I also have a statement from Representative Morgan McGarvey, who is in Washington, D.C. He says, tonight our community was rocked by a devastating plane crash at the Louisville airport. Representative McGarvey says, my heart breaks for the pilots, crew, and their families, and he's praying for everyone impacted. He's grateful for the bravery of our first responders as they continue their work throughout the night to respond quickly and heroically to this horrific incident. We still do not have complete details on how this tragedy occurred, but I've spoken with the chair of the National Transportation Safety Board and will continue to stay in contact with state, local, and federal authorities to get answers and do what we can to help all those affected. And I know your emergency management director is going to say the same thing, but the thing I left out is do not go to the crash site. You will put people in danger. You will put yourself in danger. There may be people that still need to be rescued. Do not be the reason that the first responders cannot get to them. There are still dangerous things that are flammable, that are potentially explosive at the site. Chief O'Neill was filling me in on that. All of his people and everybody else there are currently safe, but they are trained. The general public is not. So do not go to the site. Director?
Thank you, Governor. So we provided and are assisting currently with on-scene coordination between all the agencies. And initially, obviously everybody can see how big this site actually is. You're not only dealing with the aircraft itself, but you're dealing with several businesses that were affected. Some of those businesses have some issues and some hazards on them that we have to address as well. So establishing that incident management team and that initial unified command between all the agencies that you see standing behind me, as well as the ones that are on site. The Okolona Fire Department was the initial local fire department that was dispatched, and then the city of Louisville was dispatched very recently after that, after multiple calls started coming into our 911 center. But there's 3 phases of this response. It's life safety, it's incident stabilization, and it's property conservation. And we're still in the life safety step in that process. And what I mean by that is we're still going door to door in the area to make sure that every business, every facility, and there's a couple private residences, everybody's accounted for and everybody has evacuated that immediate area. Our shelter in place, we initially did that at a 5-mile radius because the wind was doing some things and pushing the smoke in different areas, and as hot as the fire was, it was kind of creating its own atmosphere and doing really what it wanted to do. So we're working to narrow that. You heard the governor already say that we've narrowed it a little bit, and we hope in the next couple of hours to narrow that a little bit more. We started to provide initial air monitoring, very close and immediate on site. We continue that air monitoring now. We've got the 41st CST.
This print prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it, whether it's one of a
the opportunity, again, a little bit later in the shortcoming to be able to narrow that as well. Like the governor said, stay away from the area. You know, there's a lot of emergency response agencies there, not only from Jefferson County, but our surrounding counties. I can't thank the response enough. But again, we're still in that life safety phase. Instant stabilization, they're doing that at the same time. Like I said, it's a very large area that's been affected by this, and they have to narrow that down and start to go into that area to make sure that they can identify all the future hazards that can present themselves during this emergency. The area that we've got isolated as far as traffic has been done by Louisville Metro Police and our Sheriff's Office. Again, so
34-year-old Democratic
take a look at those, and please stay out of that. Please stay out of that area so it helps with our life safety and our incident stabilization. We'll continue this as long as we can. They have been able to make some headway on the fire to start to get in there. There were several explosions initially from the site itself, just by some of the hazards that were created by the facilities that it impacted. Like I said, we'll be on site. We'll provide more information as we get it through the night. Thank you.
Thank you. Paul Humphrey, Chief of Police, Louisville Metro Police. I will reiterate what the Governor and Director Myman said. Please avoid the area and allow first responders to do the work to rescue, recover, and stabilize that scene. I will also say that in the meantime, before we can have a more formal update, please direct all of your attention to the social media of Louisville Emergency Management for any real-time updates. We will have a family reunification center set up at the Louisville Metro Police Academy at 2911 Taylor Boulevard. There we'll have our victim services unit that will be able to help any families get in contact with anyone they need. Again, please stay away from the area. Allow those first responders to do their job to make sure that that scene is as safe as possible. This will be an ongoing active scene for the next several days. We don't know how long it's going to take to render that scene safe for the investigation to take place. The NTSB will be the lead in the investigation, so as of right now, we will not be able to answer any questions related to the cause of this crash until the NTSB is able to give us more information. And with that, I will turn it over to the Senator.
Chief. Second Chief.
Good evening, Chief Brian O'Neill, Louisville Fire Department. I want to reiterate, this is happened in Okolona, and so I want to make sure we give credit to the fact that the Okolona Fire Department first on the scene, took command of the scene, and so we are there in support to help them and we've got units from the rest of the Jefferson County Fire Departments there, as well as surrounding counties. Obviously, the Airport Fire Department is a huge factor in this as well. We've also received assistance from some of the industry around here that has firefighting foam. That is absolutely necessary. As you heard, this was a UPS plane that was taking off, getting ready to go all the way to Honolulu, Hawaii. So we're talking about over 250,000 gallons of jet fuel that was on that plane. So we're talking about a very, very dangerous situation. The area that's affected on Grade Lane at Melton, and it's about a city block wide. You've got fuel recycling storage and some bulk fuel storage that's right there. You also have the auto parts area. There's a lot of issues that are going on with being able to surround and try to contain this fire. When I left the scene about 40 minutes ago, crews there were doing an amazing job. Again, all credit to the firefighters on the scene. They are doing incredible work, and they are containing this fire. Basically, you have to surround it. Where I was with some of our crews was on the north and west side, and you've got Okolona and other people that were leading the charge on that south side to try to just bring it in and bring it in and bring it in. But as I said, we're dealing with not only the initial fuel spill, but all the additional that was on site there. So it's going to be a little while. I've got to reiterate, I know you're going to be tired of hearing this, but you're going to keep hearing it. Try to be patient. Listen to emergency management for any updates. I know you might be eager to try to call to try to find out what's going on. I promise you, people are busy, people are working, they're doing everything they can to keep you safe. I want to address really quick the rest of the city. We have called in one of our off shifts. We have 3 different platoons of firefighters, so we've got off shift firefighters to staff to back up. So rest assured, the entire city is still protected and still covered with plenty of fire safety, even though we have so many units that are down there south of the airport. So if there's any need for any other emergencies, you are covered, you are protected. Thank you.
Thank you. I am State Senator Katora Herron, and I represent the 35th Senate District. And on behalf of the Kentucky Senate General Assembly, I want to acknowledge how jarring it is for the residents of Louisville and the surrounding areas to watch this tragedy hit so close to home. To happen in a place where many of us frequent on a regular basis, that many of us watch our family members and loved ones pass through on a regular basis, and to have to process this information and to know that there's been loss of lives, it's very hurtful. And my thoughts and prayers go out to the families that we know have been impacted, to the surrounding neighborhoods and communities. And I just want to urge our residents, as it's already been said, to be patient, to stay away from the scene, and to come together at this time of this tragedy. And I want to, again, thank the first responders, the ones that are still there on the scene, and we will make sure that we keep you all updated with additional information. And I will turn it over to Representative Lisa Wilner.
State Representative Lisa Wilner, representing House District 35, which goes all around the airport. This is a sad and heavy occasion. I am filled with gratitude and respect for the work of our first responders, for their courage, for their training, for their teamwork, for their bringing so many different units together on such short notice. I'm grateful to our governor for getting here so fast from Frankfurt. My heart is with the families, all the community members who work for UPS, the folks who work at the airport and are there every day and are already under so much strain because of the government shutdown. This is a time for us as a community to come together. Once again, I am so proud to be a Louisvillian. We are a city of compassion. We are a city of love. I just want to ask that we keep one another in our prayers and our thoughts, that we extend kindness at every opportunity, and that we really use this opportunity to look out for our neighbors and to take care of ourselves and one another.
Okay, my name is Betsy Rui, and I represent Metro Council District 21, and the airport is in the heart of my district.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little
Trolling. I'd like
Trolling.
to thank all the leadership of the first responders behind us and all the first responders out there in the field. This is what you all train
We do a little
for.
trolling. It's called We Do a Little
I'm
Trolling.
sad that we have to actually use all your training, but I'm glad that you have it. And my heart goes out to everybody at UPS, because this is a UPS town. My cousin's a UPS pilot. My aide's tennis partner is a UPS pilot. The intern in my office works overnight at UPS to pay for college. We all know somebody who works at UPS. And they're all texting their friends, their family, trying to make sure everyone is safe. Sadly, some of those texts are probably going to go unanswered. My heart goes out to those families and those friends. And thank you.
I want to acknowledge we also have our FBI Special Agent in charge with us today. Are grateful for her participation. With that, I'll open it up to questions, but a couple of things. I'm not going to speculate about the cause. That's for the NTSB to determine, and do not want to interfere in that in any way. And the other thing I'd say is we'll get more information on the numbers of fatalities. We'll get more information on the number of injuries. Know that information is fluid. I would tell you, after the tornado in Mayfield, I was standing outside of a factory where I was sure 100 people were dead. And we ended up only losing 13, and that's a lot of people. But pray. It works. It helps. Let's pray that the number of Kentuckians or any other folks that we lost stays as low as possible. With that, if you have questions, I'll do my best. I don't believe, yeah.
So we do not know of anybody that are trapped, but the units on scene, as I said, we're trying to surround and contain that. As we move in, we are searching every building, every area, and like Director Myman mentioned, all the buildings that are outside of that immediate hazard zone are being searched as well to make sure that those are clear and safe.
If you see the live images that thankfully emergency management can get, you see these heroic firefighters moving from building to building to building as fast as they can, because if somebody's trapped, they're going to get to them. Yeah.
Yeah, so right now it's from the airport.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little
right
trolling.
The outer loop area, north. If you live in Jefferson County and you're in that, I know that's a circle that's on the screen up there behind you guys, but you know, we're thinking anybody north of that, we hope to be able to narrow that down as accurate plume modeling is taking place, and it should be done now. So we may be able to reduce that even more, that footprint even more here just in the next couple of hours. Right now, that's it. The smoke, for the most part, is going up into the atmosphere and going north. We've also been in touch with our partners from Clark County, Indiana, because some of the smoke is going towards them as well. So they're making decisions. So if you live on the other side of the river, please make sure that you're paying attention. If there is any notifications that are going out over there, make sure you're paying attention to those as well.
And there's a lot of numbers we're getting from the fire chief. I think he said 220,000 gallons. It's 220,000 pounds, which is about 38,000 gallons. Though he remembered those numbers a lot better than I would without them written down. All right, anybody else? Yeah. We have not received information we can confirm on their status. From the videos that I've seen, I'm very concerned for them. But again, I'm still praying. Because I've seen people make it out of things in these last 6 years that I didn't think were possible. We'll have more information soon, and we'll also want to make sure before we confirm anyone specific is deceased that we've talked to their family, who deserve to hear that information first. Yeah, we'll get that information out. Depending on how much news there is, we may be able to get it out on social media or release directly, but we'll work with our news partners, knowing that this is information that people want and need, and please direct any questions to us. But we don't currently have another one scheduled yet. We'd want to make sure we had enough information that came in to warrant it. So the airport is going to have their press conference here right when we're done, and are going to start addressing that. What I'd say, even with somebody who's supposed to have a flight here soon, is they should only do it when it's safe. This is a great airport that I've used a lot. I trust their leadership, and I look forward to hearing what they have to say. All right, thank you all very much. And again, tough day for Louisville, tough day for Kentucky, tough day for this region. We are strong people. I've seen it time and time again, flooding, tornadoes, shootings. That's the last time I drove here this fast to make sure I got here. We've always banded together. We will again. Let's make sure before anything else, we put the families of those that are lost, the families of those that we're worried about first. They deserve it. Let's make sure we pray for them and we support them with everything we have. Thank you, Kentucky.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
The city's buzzing, a low and angry sound. Another headline hits and shakes the very ground. The screens are glowing with a pale and sickly light. Yeah,
good afternoon, everyone. Before I begin, let me extend my heartfelt condolences, sympathies, and prayers to my former colleague, Liz Cheney, to Mrs. Cheney, and to the entire Cheney family on the passing of Vice President Dick Cheney. I also want to acknowledge today, of course, is Election Day, and just to encourage the American people to go out and exercise your right to vote, exercise the franchise, exercise your voice, wherever you may be, all across the country. It's our country, it's our democracy, it's our successful experiment in self-government, and it only works if the American people participate. Despite all of the efforts from the other side of the aisle to engage in misdirection, lies, voter suppression, and obstruction, the will of the American people is going to prevail today. Here in America, the cost of living is way too high. Donald Trump and Republicans promised that they were going to lower costs on day one. But costs aren't going down, costs are going up. The Trump tariffs are making life more expensive for everyday Americans by thousands of dollars per year. Inflation on the way up. Grocery costs, way up. Housing costs, way up. Child care costs, way up. Electricity prices through the roof, and the American people know it. That Donald Trump and Republicans have failed to make their life more affordable. And now in the midst of this 35-day Trump-Republican shutdown, Republicans refuse to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, which is going to result in tens of millions of Americans experiencing dramatically increased premiums, co-pays, and deductibles. In some cases, everyday Americans, working class Americans, and middle class Americans are going to see their health insurance premiums increase by $1,000 or $2,000 per year because of the Republican refusal to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. Donald Trump and Republicans in the House and the Senate have failed the American people, and the American people know it. Democrats will continue to fight to lower the high cost of living, to fix our broken health care system, and to clean up corruption. In the Congress, in the courts, and certainly as it relates to Donald Trump and his administration, the most corrupt administration in American history. We want to reopen the government. We want to find a bipartisan path forward toward enacting a spending agreement that actually makes life better for the American people, that lowers costs for the American people, as opposed to the Trump economy where things are getting more expensive by the day. And of course, we have to decisively address the Republican health care crisis that is crushing the American people all across the land. Questions?
We hear there's a little bit of a falling next door in the Senate on this. We don't know what that means or what that would look like. But considering the exercise that Democrats would not think through more, how much skepticism would there be from House Democrats on any sort of an agreement that would come over from the Senate?
We said from the very beginning that we will evaluate in good faith any bipartisan agreement that emerges from the Senate, reopens the government, makes life better for the American people, and decisively addresses the Republican health care crisis. Until we see details, we're not in a position to do much more than that.
Are you more optimistic than you were based on what you're hearing from this week?
We're in the middle of a 35-day government shutdown. Donald Trump is unlawfully withholding billions of dollars in SNAP benefits from 42 million Americans and 16 million children. There's nothing to be optimistic about relative to the cruelty and the pain that Donald Trump and Republicans continue to inflict on the American people. There's nothing to be optimistic about when it comes to the fact that Donald Trump shut the government down. They're forcing hundreds of thousands of people.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
Or to work without pay. They refuse to address the health care crisis that Republicans have created. In a year where they enacted the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers are closing because of Republican policies all across America. The country is facing the possibility of a $536 billion cut to Medicare at the end of the year if Congress doesn't act. And Republicans are refusing to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits because they would rather gut the health care of the American people. There's nothing to be optimistic about because of what Trump and Republicans have done to this country. They've gone way too far, and the American people know it, and the results today are going to decisively reflect that fact.
You said in September, any agreement related to protecting the health care of the American people has to be ironclad in the legislation. It does not sound like whatever agreement comes out of the Senate will be in legislation. Will you accept something that is a handshake deal?
It's the same answer that I just gave.
I know that the filibuster is a mechanism, but President Trump has repeatedly, recently has this morning called for Senate Republicans to abolish the filibuster, pass the CR with a simple majority, and also a host
You criticized them for not inviting the legislative leaders to the White House to negotiate. What are your thoughts about them continuing to call for the abolishment of the filibuster within the context of his unwillingness to negotiate? Does that indicate to you that he has no interest in sitting down with not only his legislative leaders, but you and Leader Schumer?
Well, Donald Trump has taken a my way or the highway approach to his presidency from the very beginning, and he's used to Republicans simply bending the knee to him. Because these Republicans on Capitol Hill, on the House side and on the Senate side, they don't work for the American people, they work for Donald Trump. And so he's going to continue to make his position clear until they eventually cave, which is what they always do. Because Republicans in this Congress have been nothing more than a reckless rubber stamp for Donald Trump's extreme agenda. And Donald Trump keeps making the point that Republicans have shut the government down, and they're the only ones that have the power to open it up. Republicans who have complete control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Republicans who are the ones who passed the one big ugly bill without a single Democratic vote. We strongly oppose their one big ugly bill. They passed it on their own because they have complete control of government. And in that one big ugly bill, they enacted the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, ripping health insurance away from 14 million Americans. And at the same time, they cut $186 billion from SNAP. That's the largest cut to nutritional assistance in this country's history. They literally, in July, ripped food from the mouths of hungry children, seniors, and veterans. And all of this was done so that Republicans could provide massive tax breaks to their billionaire donors in their one big ugly bill. And they did it on their own. My way or the highway in terms of jamming extreme Republican ideology down the throats of the American people. And so Donald Trump expects to see more of the same from the puppets that are Republicans in the House and the Senate.
You said that Republicans always cave. Leader Phil said that the vote was cave. So about the filibuster, are you saying that ultimately Donald Trump's request for the man will win out?
If history is any indication, ultimately, compliant Republicans in the Senate are going to cave to the demands of their puppet master, Donald J. Trump.
This election cycle, Republicans have relied heavily on political issues and conversations. If they lose in Virginia and in New Jersey, what does that say to you about Republicans' reliance and dependence on communicating and messaging on transitions against them?
At this point, it's not a question of if Republicans are going to lose. I was in Virginia earlier today. I was in New Jersey over the weekend. I was in California a few weeks ago. They are going to lose. Because the American people know that Republican policies have failed them. And it starts with the economy. That Republicans promised to lower the high cost of living. But costs aren't going down in America. Costs are going up. The cost of living in this country is out of control. And Donald Trump has not done a damn thing to change it. And in the midst of this 35-day government shutdown, has spent multiple weekends on the golf course, holding let-them-eat-cake type of parties at his luxury resort in South Florida, found $40 billion to bail out a right-wing wannabe dictator in Argentina, and yet Donald Trump can't find a dime to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits or provide nutritional assistance to hungry children in America to ensure that they can put food on the table. The American people are smart. They see all of this happening in real time. And of course, what Republicans always do is try to distract the American people, as they've done in New Jersey and Virginia, and it will not be successful. It's over for these people. And we're going to see it today, and we're going to see it during the midterm elections next November.
that he shut down the pattern of the Trump administration?
It was a 35-day government shutdown during the first Trump administration. This is day 35 of the Trump Republican shutdown. Donald Trump and the Republicans cannot govern. These people are deeply unqualified. And they spent all of last year lying to the American people that they were going to lower the high cost of living, while at the same time distancing themselves from Project 2025. But they've spent all of this year doing nothing to lower the high cost of living. In fact, costs are going up, not down, while they spend all of their time, Republicans spend all of their time implementing the extreme, toxic Project 2025 agenda, including, by the way, as part of Project 2025, ripping away nutritional benefits and SNAP from the American people. I think that's on page 300 or so of Project 2025. Shutting down the federal government, agency by agency by agency, part of Project 2025. Gutting the health care of the American people, as Republicans have done all throughout this year, part of Project 2025. And so the dysfunction, the cruelty, the inability of Republicans to make life better for the American people is, of course, now on full display. And Republicans can't blame anyone other than themselves because they have complete control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
On Sunday, Senator Dearly did not agree that Zoran Manzani was the leader of the Democrat Party. I just wonder, do you believe that a Democrat Party embrace of socialism would hurt the party's stance next November? And will there be a Democrat pivot away from Manzani and more towards the center following today's election?
What I made clear is that given the existential nature of Donald Trump, his policies, his cruelty, his failures, the assault on the economy, the assault on health care, the assault on veterans, the assault on farmers, the assault on nutritional assistance, the assault on law-abiding immigrant communities, the assault on the American way of life, the assault on voting rights, the assault on the rule of law, and Donald Trump and Republican assault on democracy itself, that the most significant thing that can be done is for Democrats to take back control of the House of Representatives next year so we can end this national nightmare and begin the process of marching toward a more perfect union. That's why these elections are going to matter. The midterms will matter. House Democrats will matter in terms of getting this situation turned around. And that's not pillow talk, that's real talk.
Brett Swazi and Gottheimer are working on a bipartisan ACA plan, income cap, things like that. Is that something that you support or encourage at all?
I think the conversation that has been led by Tom Swazi.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
And is all part of an effort to address the Republican health care crisis and to find a bipartisan path forward. But at the end of the day, it's been my view from the very beginning that traditional House Republicans aren't serious about doing anything meaningful, and they never have been. And so while I'm convinced that Tom Swazi, of course, is a common sense leader, and hopefully the Republicans who are communicating with him will get serious this time. But what we have seen over and over and over again, this happened during the course of the One Big Ugly Bill, they made claims about positions that they were going to take, like never cutting Medicaid or protecting the clean energy tax credits or not ripping nutritional assistance away from children. And then when these so-called traditional conservatives, these swing seat Republicans, were ordered by their boss, Donald Trump, to bend the knee and vote for the One Big Ugly Bill, that's exactly what they did. And so I am hopeful that this time will be different. And Tom Swazi is a great leader. and has articulated principles that are designed to try to find a bipartisan path forward in addressing the Republican health care crisis, particularly as it relates to extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits. But it seems to me more likely that if there's a bipartisan agreement to emerge, it will emerge from the Senate, not the House.
Leader Jeffries, have the ICE agents who put hands on LaMonica McIver been identified to you? You had vowed that have their names.
They have not been identified to me yet. As part of the court case, it's our expectation that they will. Thanks.
I have a question about California's Proposition 15 that appears poised to pass pretty comfortably today, and as that momentum has been building the past few weeks, we've seen Democratic efforts in other states reemerge to redistrict, like in Virginia. Has the positive response in California to that effort influenced kind of the efforts of Democrats across the country to go back at, some of these?
We've been clear from the very beginning. I said it months ago, that Democrats would not let Donald Trump and Republicans gerrymander the national congressional map as part of their effort to rig the midterm election. We said it months ago. And that California would be the beginning, but that there would be a decisive Democratic response throughout America, from coast to coast, and at all points in between. And now, the American people can see that we absolutely are determined and committed to a continuing response that is decisive, that is immediate, that is forceful, and that is designed to ensure that there are free and fair elections in this country when it comes to deciding which party should control Congress in 2026. Democrats will not unilaterally disarm. Democrats recognize the moment that we're in, that the pushback will continue to be ongoing and forceful, and we will not allow Donald Trump and his Republican sycophants to undermine a free and fair national congressional map as part of his toxic effort to rig the midterm elections. If I said it, I meant it. Next question.
Just back on ACA subsidies, do you believe that you would be able to keep the caucus together on the deal, a bipartisan difference on ACA subsidies? It does not include the permanent exceptions that you originally advocated for.
As I've indicated, we are going to evaluate whatever is presented from the Senate if it emerges in good faith and in a bipartisan way, as long as it addresses the Affordable Care Act tax credit issue in some way, shape, or form. We are in open enrollment right now. Tens of millions of Americans are about to experience their premiums, copays, and deductibles skyrocket. It requires action. And what is clear is that Republicans increasingly understand that. Marjorie Taylor Greene for weeks has made that clear. 13 Republicans in the House wrote to Mike Johnson, the Deputy Speaker of the House, because apparently, according to Donald Trump, he's the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And they said that something needs to happen on the Affordable Care Act tax credits. And now we're seeing movement in the Senate, because apparently Senate Republicans recognize that something needs to happen as it relates to extending the Affordable Care Act tax credit. So we'll evaluate any agreement, if an agreement is presented to us, as a caucus, but not before that.
Assuming that there is a bipartisan agreement in the Senate done in good faith, do you believe that President Council will be able to deliver that on his end in good faith?
I think that depends on, whether Donald Trump orders him to do it or not.
Thank you, Leader. So, Congressman Chuy Garcia appears to be retiring, and it also appears that he waited up until the filing deadline to make this decision, thus paving the way for his chief of staff have an uncontested primary. This is being called a machine tactic by some people in your own party. Do you have an issue with how this is done?
I haven't had a conversation to evaluate the process that was utilized or to talk to Representative Garcia, so I'm not going to comment on it until I talk to him directly.
Thank you, Mr. Reader. Multiple of your Democratic colleagues have said that they gave their October paycheck to charity or they deferred it completely, and last time we were asked this, you said you made a decision over last weekend. So just going to ask you again, what did you decide to do with your paycheck from October?
Did you not see that I answered that question, or are you just asking me to reiterate my answer? Because I did publicly make clear on Friday to my constituents and publicly that my paycheck has been withheld.
Mr. Leader, Secretary Duffy said today that this shutdown drags into next week. There's a possibility that the FAA could be closing parts of U.S. airspace because of the lack of controllers, and then just in the last hour or so, there's ground stop at Reagan National because of the security threat. How could major aviation issues affect your calculus or anyone's calculus up here when it comes to the shutdown?
Well, Duffy needs to start acting like a transportation secretary and stop trying to pretend to be a reality show TV star. Because at the end of the day, it's the Republicans who shut the government down. Donald Trump repeatedly has made that clear. They're the ones who have the power to reopen it. And as Democrats, we've said, this Trump-Republican shutdown is causing great harm and pain to the American people, and it does threaten aviation safety. But Donald Trump has spent more time over the last 35 days talking to Hamas and the Chinese Communist Party than he has talking to Democrats on Capitol Hill to reopen the government, Democrats on Capitol Hill who represent half the country. And we continue to be clear. We will sit down with our Republican colleagues anytime, any place, in order to reopen the government, protect the American people, find a bipartisan path forward, and decisively address the Republican health care crisis.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. I just wanted to ask about the last time you spoke to Stephen Johnson about the current shutdown situation, and has the shutdown impacted your relationship with him at all? Do you still have that kind of forward-looking relationship that you said you had in the past?
We had a brief conversation last week. Thank you, everyone.